Yo! What's up, turkeys? Alright, so I'm inspired to make a little video because I accidentally picked up one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen. And I do this when I say picked up because I don't do pickup. But if you were watching me, you'd go, that guy just picked up that girl. So what happened was, I'm here in this, little bit of grass by the river in New York. And I'm here to do my spiritual practices, following off a little stretching and the 5 Tibetans and stuff that I do. And I just see this person, a female, walking with this cute dog. Now, I couldn't actually tell if the woman was attractive or not, but what I could tell was that she had a little cute doggy. And as they were walking right past me, I was like, look at the doggy, look at you, look at him, so cute and tiny. Come here, buddy, come here, where you going? And basically she was kind of like walking by, and she kind of stopped as I was doing that. And she's like, yeah, the dog is kind of shy. And she was gonna, for after a moment, you could see she was gonna go. And I was like, I'm a fucking dog person, you guys. I love animals, but specifically dogs. I love dogs. So I was like, nah, come on, dogs love me. This guy, I gotta win this guy over. So I was like, come on, buddy. All animals love me. Come on. What, you gonna break my heart? Huh? You gonna be a dick? Come on. And I kept trying, and the dog wouldn't move. And I was like, then I looked up, really looked at her, and I saw she was gorgeous. And I was like, that's unbelievable, Pretty lady and a super cute dog, and they're just gonna walk by me. That's cold. That's cold, girl. And she, so I was just playing around, and she comes over, and we start talking about the dog a little bit. And then I naturally, and keep in mind, I'm in more of a state of presence and awareness, as this is the third day as I'm filming this after my God realization awakening that happened on the 28th of October. So I'm very just present in the moment, and I'm just looking at her and taking her energy. And the conversation went so naturally because, I just was there. I was just present. So the first thing that happened was talked about the dog and whether the dog was a rescue, and she said she actually she works with rescued animals, and I said that was really sweet and that's amazing that she does that, and it really is, because I love dogs. And then I noticed that she was wearing silver shoes. So if you've ever seen my stand-up act, you know that when I was a kid, I got the fucking piss taken out of me. Not literally, it's a British expression, but kids were making fun of me because I had silver shoes, and they called me Space Boy, and I joke about it in my comedy act. Sure, that's cool now. It wasn't fucking cool in 1989. That shit was like, people were just like, what the fuck is a man? What is this shit? It's hilarious. Anyway, so we spoke about that, and I told her that story, and she thought it was, hilarious. And then I noticed that her voice was she had this powerful voice, my voice is, I'm quite, I'm a comic, right? So I can get it out there. And I was like, hey girl, your voice is, you project like a motherfucker. Are you an actress or a performer of some kind? And she was like, no, I'm just like this. I'm just loud. I'm like, all right, that's good. You should be. I said, what do you do? Now, interestingly enough, right? I used to tell guys, hey, don't say what do you do, it's boring, blah, blah, blah. Now, who gives a fuck? It's like, at that point in the conversation, I genuinely was curious about what she does, so I'm just going to be like, what do you do? That's simple as that, because it's authentic. I just want to know. And she tells me, whatever, she actually put herself down. She said, I have a, consulting, it's just a consulting job. And I'm like, what do you mean just? Don't put yourself down just, you know what I'm saying? You do what you do. And she's like, yeah. I said, well, clearly you don't like your job, but what do you like doing? And she was like, I don't know, just I like, normal stuff. I like animals, eating, drinking, going out. And I connected a bit over food. I was like, yeah, I'm kind of addicted to food now. I'm kind of getting over the food addiction. She's like, oh, really? And I was like, no, not in a unhealthy way. Just everybody has 3 meals a day, and that's actually bullshit. So I'm cutting down and I'm doing more fasting. I didn't tell her, I'm a breatharian, and I'm mainly living on prana, and I haven't eaten solid food in 3 days, and I don't know when I'll eat again. I didn't go into that, because that's a lot. That's close. That's the truth, though. I didn't go into all that, but I just said I'm fasting a lot more and all this. And she's like, oh yeah, that's good. And then I said, what's your life's purpose? And then she was like, because again, I want to fucking, I'm just can't not ask that. I just want to know. And she's like, I don't know, I haven't really thought about that. So again, it's cool. She's a cool lady, great energy, gorgeous, cool person. Doesn't have any fucking idea what she's doing here. Cool. But at that point, I knew I just liked her, and I would like to hang out with her. I'd like to hang out with her. She has a good vibe, and see where that goes. And I was really at that point tuning into her beauty. Like she was really stunning. And at that point, I just said, "Hey, you're fucking gorgeous. You know that?" And she was like, "Thank you very much." And I was like, "Yeah, are you married or something?" She's like, "No, not really into the whole marriage." I'm like, "Boyfriend?" She's like, "No." And I'm like, "So you're just doing the New York thing, hooking up with people, you know, here and there and stuff, right?" And I'm like, "It's okay, everyone does that here." And she's like, "No, not really. I'm not really into that either." And I was like, "Oh, all right. Well, do you want to go for a coffee with me sometime?" And she was like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like, "Cool." And then I said, "Just so you know, I'm not, I don't live here, so just so you know." She's like, "Where do you live?" And I'm like, "I'm kind of decentralized. I am where I need to be, when I need to be there." And she's like, "Cool, that's a good way to be." And I was like, "Yep." And then we swapped details, and that was it. So what's my point here? My point was that I was present and curious about her, and just all the way through it. Right from the beginning, I was just being me, because I like dogs, and everything, I was just curious, and I felt the energy, and it was good, and I was curious about her, and that's all it was. And it wasn't a fake, like, "Yeah, guys, like, you got to be curious about women so that you can," and then through that curiosity, then you can connect with them, and then get them on a date, and then bang them. No, I like people. I like meeting people, and if people have a cool energy, and they happen to be beautiful ladies, yeah, I want to hang out with them, and just hang out with them for no other reason than to hang out with them. But I am open to the possibilities of life in every way, with women, with whatever, my passions, travel, meeting crazy people, crazy adventures, trying things that I maybe think are insane. I'm just open to whatever, including hanging out with a beautiful woman. So why would that be any different than anything else? Why do I have to have an agenda being myself when it comes to women, but I don't have an agenda with anything else that I'm experiencing in life? Why do I have to, you know what I mean? And one other point here is that it's really useful to have things that you're really into and that you're passionate about, that you love, unashamedly. Because in this case, the reason I met her was because I love dogs, and she could tell that I was totally just like, "Look at you, you're so cute." And so it's really powerful to just have shit in your life that you love. This is why hobbies are important. So you're just passionate about something, and you have stuff to talk about, and then you can, you will somehow through these hobbies, doing them or talking about them or connecting with people over these hobbies. It's if you're just like, "Yeah, like I work and then I drink and then I go home and watch Netflix," who the fuck are you gonna meet? How are you gonna connect with anyone even if you meet them? But because I have so many passions and interests, and so many books I've read and things I've done and countries I've gone to and women I've dated and friends I've had and all this fucking crazy shit and experiences on plant medicines and enlightenment experiences, all blah blah blah, I can pretty much talk to anybody about anything unless they're completely asleep and I just can't fucking get through. And even then I wouldn't want to at that point, to be honest. So you know what I mean. Anyway, I just wanted to share that because maybe you'd like it. So that's about it. I'm fucking out of here because you know what I gotta do? I gotta film the actual video I was planning to film. That's what I gotta do. Then I gotta go make a podcast. So I love you, and I'll see you later. Ciao.